I know y'all faced off in other, Dragon Gate and stuff before, but how did that come apart where y'all are, started to pair in ROH?
Yeah, that was actually the crazy situation with it. Is like you had mentioned, me and Kyle were both opponents before. Like we had a match in Dragon Gate USA. It was kind of our first. I'm trying to think of like our first match that got like any kind of real buzz about it, and where we first started getting noticed. And then we had another match in Shikara at the Young Lions Cup that went really well. And so both me and Kyle were trying to get in Ring of Honor at this point. And they came to both of us with contract offers. And me and Kyle had been speaking pretty regularly at this point. And we said to each other, oh, man, this is great. We're here in Ring of Honor. This is where we want to be. And we'll finally get to wrestle each other in ROH now, because that's what we thought was going to happen. We thought we were going to be the young guys that were going to be paired off against each other. And then Ring of Honor came to us and said, we want to team you guys up. And initially, me and Kyle were both disappointed because we said we initially had visions of hopefully getting to wrestle as singles guys. And instead they were pairing us up or pairing us up with each other. But obviously there was no complaining whatsoever, and I wasn't upset at the idea. We just both had different visions of the way things would go. And we were interested to see how it would go because we knew we made such great opponents, so we didn't know how we would be as a team. And then they paired us up, and we teamed together, and we just clicked like right off the bat. And now I can tell you personally that wrestling with Kyle is my favorite thing to do in wrestling right now. And teaming with him has just been a blast. He's just unbelievably talented and such a great tag partner. I'll call him a personal friend of mine, and we're really enjoying the ride that we've had as a tag team so far, and I think the future as a tag team in ROH is bright for the both of us.
Now, you've mentioned the Final Battle tag match against All Night Express, and I just want to say that, when I was watching that IPTV, you guys, totally blew me away. So I just wanted to put that out there first before. You're welcome. Now, you started with Combat Zone Wrestling, right? You were trained by DJ Hyde. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep.
What did you get from him and, possibly other trainers? I think Wikipedia has Al Snow listed as a trainer as well. What did you get from DJ Hyde?
Yeah, DJ was a fantastic trainer to me because he instituted two things, I think, that really are the reason that I've been fortunate enough to get the opportunities that I've had. Number one, it was the toughness. DJ just completely would beat the crap out of me and the other students there. And, just to the point of, we threw up multiple times. We were bruised. We were battered. It was your classic wrestling training. And if you didn't appreciate it going in, you certainly appreciated it leaving. And DJ was just an awesome trainer in the sense of, like I said, instituting that toughness in us and making sure that when we went out there, we would be prepared for absolutely anything. And I think he really did that well. But secondly, what he did is DJ knew right off the bat that I really wanted to succeed. So he told the entire class one day, he said, anytime that I'm booked on the weekends, anytime that any one of you want to come with me and help set up the ring and talk to the promoter and hopefully work out in the ring beforehand and just make contacts and meet people, you're more than welcome to. And I was one of the few people in that class that actually followed through and went with him everywhere that I could, every single weekend. And he recognized that, and he was a huge part in the reason I got the bookings that I did when I first started out, because I would go along with him. I would help set up and tear down the rings. He would put in a good word for me. I'd get a tryout match. If it went well, I was booked. And that was just kind of how it worked. And a lot of trainers, certainly don't have to do that. That's not part of the curriculum. But he went out of his way to take care of me because he knew how hard I worked. And, he was also a guy who brought in like so many different names to help train us. Like I had trained without, at this point I've trained without Snow probably like 7 or 8 times, and this was like full weekends, like Friday to Sunday kind of things, because DJ brought him in, and I got to learn so much from Al Snow. He's obviously a fantastic mind in pro wrestling. DJ brought in Les Thatcher quite a bit. He really went out of his way to make sure that his students were getting as much knowledge as they could, and he was also smart and humble enough to realize that he could only teach us so much, and we need to learn from these guys who have been on television and made a living for years in pro wrestling, and that's why he did that. But yeah, he was just really, really awesome, and just not only a great trainer but a great guy, and really, really took care of me throughout the entire process, and still does. He's still a fantastic trainer.
You mentioned the toughness that you had to have to go through the training and all that. A couple of days ago, another ECWA competitor, Tommaso, posted on his Facebook about he was kind of upset about the challengers on the new season of Tough Enough. What's your take on these guys who, they're not going through the same trials that you guys have had to go through?
Like part of me is, I don't want to say upset. Part of me is annoyed by the whole thing, just because of the perception that potentially a lot of people may have now on the training and the people who go through trying to become wrestlers. But I'm also smart enough to realize that it's just a reality show, and clearly the WWE is going the direction of, we want to attract as many viewers as we can, and if they were to come out and pick 10 indie wrestlers, maybe the audience watching at home wouldn't be as entertained. Maybe they'd like the idea of Miss USA having to put pads in her pants to hit the ropes and showing up late, and people who are just so uncoordinated, because people would rather watch a car crash than like everyone running through everything smoothly. So I understand that part of it. But it is semi-upsetting to see, like for example, you see these people living in a really nice house and not having to drive 14 hours to a show, and they're complaining because they got to do a couple hours of training every day to potentially work for the biggest wrestling company of all time, and who all of us want to work for someday. Is it disheartening? Yeah, but I also realize it's just part of the show, and it's part of what makes it entertaining, because I'm certainly entertained by the whole thing. But at the same time, too, I think Tough Enough is a great thing, because I know a lot of people who don't watch wrestling watch Tough Enough, so they at least kind of get to understand the process of what we do and everything like that. So if it attracts more viewers and it maybe creates a few fans, then I'm all for it, to be honest.
All right. Now, we're gonna get you out of here. Don't want to keep you too long, but your final thoughts on the Super 8 coming up. Are you taking it home?
I can tell you this. There have been many matches that I've had and many tournaments that I've participated in, and the Super 8 just has that special feeling to it, like kind of I touched based on earlier. And I can promise you that as far as the matches that I've had and the things that I've done, I will absolutely 100% bring my A game on April 30th, and absolutely do everything that I can to walk away the Super 8 champion, and show that I'm deserving of being the Super 8 champion. And it's going to be an outstanding weekend of wrestling. And dare I say, this will be the best Super 8 yet. This will be a really, really awesome tournament. I know everyone is thinking exactly like I am, and it's going to create a really, really cool atmosphere. And when all's said and done, I think you will see Adam Cole walking away with the Super 8 trophy.
Well, it's a good thing you're saying that, because I mean, Yeah, Mickey James on a couple weeks ago, and she guaranteed to win the Knockouts title, and lo and behold, Sunday night she won it. So you say you're going to walk away with the trophy? I'm picking Adam Cole now.
Awesome. I'll need all the support I can, trust me, with the talent in this tournament.
All right.
And for you to shout out your fans, their way to get in contact with you. I know you have the Twitter, Adam Cole Pro. Do you have any other websites or Facebooks for fans to get in touch with you?
Yeah, sure. There's I also have a Facebook. It's the same deal, facebook.com/Adam Cole Pro. And I also got a YouTube channel that's just started. I apologize. It's nothing special right now. There's just a couple of videos on there. But that's also youtube.com/Adam Cole Pro. And I just wanted to say, for anyone who's a fan and anyone who has watched one of my matches and enjoyed it, I seriously, sincerely appreciate all of your support. It means the world to me. It keeps me going. And this is why we all do this, and this is why we all love pro wrestling. There have been so many moments that have been created, not in my career, but in my life, that I will never forget. And a lot of it is due to the way fans have reacted to things and them coming out and having a great time. And I want to thank all of them for creating so many special moments in such a short career of mine. And it's an absolute, it's the ride of my life, and I'm excited to keep riding this wave for a long, long time.
There you go. That's why I like you, Adam. There's something about you, Adam. Big things are popping for you. I feel it. So,
hey, thank you guys so much, man. I of course appreciate the support, and of course appreciate you guys having me on the show. I'd love to come on again sometime. And yeah, you guys have been great.
All right, everybody, check him out. Adam Cole Pro on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Adam, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Same to you.
Take it easy.
All right.
All right. Take care, Adam.
Yeah, take care, guys. Thanks again.